Pacchavekkhana? Can we try that? Okay, all right.
So now we will Samathā. This will work when you are in Sati, meaning when I am eating, when I am wearing the clothes, when I am staying in the room like this. I need to do the Pacchavekkhana or reflection. That is what I need to do.
What is meaning of Pacchavekkhana?
Pacchavekkhana. Vekkhana is to see. Pacchavekkhana is to reflect and see. You are reflecting on what it is. Whatever we are having, what it is. Meaning if we are eating, we are reflecting on what are we eating. Not on the name of the food. So the Samathā, the distraction, first we'll understand a distraction. The distraction is the idli. Even though there is no idli, but I feel there is an idli. So there is a distraction. So what am I eating? If you ask me, I'll say I am eating idli. Okay.
Yeah.
For conventional purposes or for transaction purposes, I can say I am eating idli. But in real, there is no idli. There is just food. Ahara samudayo, rupa samudayo. Now the rupa is taking shape, is getting replenished by ahara. I am not having any idli. Or for that matter, any named food. It is just a concept. It's just for identifying what it is. But just if I keep only for identification, then it becomes Samathā, because then there is no vikshepa, or in Sanskrit vikshepa, or in English distraction. So now when I am eating, I need to have Patisankha. That is, Sankha is to know. This actually Sankha is numbering also. Patisankha is to see what I am eating in numeric, how much quantity. Patisankha yoniso. Yoniso is the yoniso manasikara. Patisankha yoniso pindapatam patisevami. I am having pindapata. This is a pinda. Body is coming from the pinda. So instead of calling it as rice sambar or idli or vada or dosa or upma or whatever names provided, it is just a pinda. Can I now remember Sati? To remember it as just a pinda.
Pinda is food or pinda is body?
No. Food is pinda. This body is also pinda. So both are pinda only. So
Okay.
Pati sevami. That means I am partaking. Pati sevami. Pati is again bonding. Sevami is seva, service. So I am taking the service of the pinda. So what I need to remember is that Patisankha yoniso pindapatam patisevami. That is, I am knowing the quantity I need to take for replenishing this body. Okay. Pindapata is alms food. Also, it is the pinda. Just the word pinda, that is rice made out of rice ball, basically. Meaning you bring every named item as just a rice ball. Don't name it, because that is what the ahara is. Okay. So in Pali and Sanskrit and in most of the Indian languages, we use anna. So for everything, whatever it is named, it doesn't matter, but it is anna. In Ayurveda, it is called as anna. So they don't talk it as some other thing. They just say anna. Anna prashana. Meaning eating getting ready for food. Annaprasana. If we bring it to Anna, or in English rice, it's not the true rice we are eating. You're just calling it as Anna. Instead of calling it as dosa, vada, upma, poha, etc., etc., I'm just making it as Anna. So, Pindapata, if I can reflect before taking the food, this is my Pindapata. Pati Sankha Yoniso Pindapatam Pati Sevami. This I need to remember as my mantra. This will be Samathā. Okay. Now, for saying, you asked me what did you eat, I said idli. But what did I really do? Pindapata. I corrected arms. Right. So now you see what happens. In general, if it is idli or vada or upma or dosa or poha or rice and dal and sambar and rasam and all these different bhakri, etc., etc., or Maharashtrian food, Karnataka food, Tamil Nadu food, Indian food, Western food, continental food, etc., etc. If we do that, then it becomes davaya. It's sporting. I'm sporting variety of food, meaning I'm putting it on the table just to sport it, just to show that how well I've organized the food for sport. Madhaya, intoxicated by the amount of food I have kept on the table. I have prepared so much of food. Madhaya. Mandanaya. Mandana is appreciation with ornamentation. So I will ornament it. I will ornament it. Mandanaya. Vibhushanaya. Vibhushana is adornment. I adorn. I, like, chef. In my college, one of my classmate was there. He has become a biggest chef. Okay, and he gets lot of awards for preparing different kind of food. So he will have Davaya, Madaya, Mandanaya, Vibhushanaya. He's getting awarded, he's getting rewarded, he's become a celebrity chef. Is it good or bad? Now, for getting into Samathā it is bad, but for getting into worldly it is good. So, Neva Davaya means not for sporting, not for showing off. Sporting means showing off. I show off. Now, why that happened is because I have made, when the food was given, the idli was given, I took it as real idli. Instead of name idli, it didn't make it as anna. I made it as idli. So when I made it idli, the yoniso manasikara became ayoniso manasikara. Instead of pindapata, I made it non-pindapata. That means I am enjoying the food. I want to enjoy food. So my Samathā is not there. So Vipassana will not be there and Anupassana cannot happen. So Pati Sankha Yoniso Pindapatam Pati Sevami Na Davaya Na Mandanaya Na Madaya Na Mandanaya Na Vibhushanaya Yavad Eva, only for Yavad Eva. For what am I eating? Why did I have idli? I am hungry. Imassa, this one. What one? Kayas, this body. Tithiya. Tithiya means sthiti, status, maintaining the status. Yapanaya. Yapanaya is
आप कहां से पढ़ रहे हो सर जी? वो ये पहला जो है पिंडपातम का, उसमें नहीं है क्या? पटिशंका ये यवनिसो पिंडपातम पटिसेवामि, इसमें ये नहीं है क्या ये?
no, I have sent it to you. It is there on your WhatsApp also.
नहीं, ये पहला पेज पे पढ़ रहे हो क्या? कौन सा है?
First page. Whatever I have sent to you on.
यस यस, मैंने खोला है पहला। ये पटिशंका यवनिसो पिंडपातम पटिसेवामि नेव दवाय ना मदाय ना मंडनाय ना विभूषणाय याव यावदेव इमे
Imassa prayasya titiya yapanaya.
प्रायस्य तृतीया। हाँ, ये यहां पढ़ रहे हो? हाँ,
Yavadeva only for. Kayasa. Imassa, this one. Kayasa, the body. Tithiya, stability or maintaining the status. Yapanaya, in whichever way you want to keep it. Yapana is to keeping it. So upkeep of the body.
to maintain.
To maintain. Maintain the status you require to eat. So now Pindapata I am taking just to maintain this body. Otherwise it is going to break. So I don't want to break, I am replacing it. It again breaks. Again you have to replace. Again breaks. Again replace. Again break. Again replace. That's what is going to happen. Vihimsu paritaya. Himsa. Hunger is a himsa. So when I say that sankappo, samma sankappo, vihimsa sankappo, it is not to torture oneself. How do you torture? By becoming hungry and by not feeding hunger and thirst. You are doing violence on yourself because it's a disease. It is a vyadhi. Biggest vyadhi is hunger and thirst. So you have to pacify that hunger and thirst. So vihimsu paritaya. Vihimsu paritaya. Paritaya is tap, where you feel it. You feel enraged. You feel uncomfortable. You feel tortured. So when I am hungry, I have to eat. No favor. It's hunger. I am replenishing the food. That's all. Nothing else I am doing. Brahmacharya anughaya. Anugraha. Favor. Right environment. For brahmacharya. Brahmacharya anughaya is to assist for my brahmacharya. Brahmacharya, one another way is to get contented, santosa. So whether I am in santosa or not, contentment. If I am hungry, if I am having thirst, it will create disturbance. Vata, Pitta, Kapha will get disturbed. So to not get disturbed, I need to eat properly. If I don't eat, Vata will increase. If Vata increases, you can't sit. Because Vata is increased, Pitta will increase. Because Pitta is increased, there is acidity, there is bloating to Vata. Due to Pitta, there is burning. And Kapha will not be there. Kapha is not there, then there is no stability. So Yapanaya cannot happen. Because it is dependent on Vata, Pitta, Kapha. It's not dependent on me, it's dependent on Vata, Pitta, Kapha. So to ensure that the Vata doesn't increase, the Pitta doesn't increase and the Kapha doesn't go away, I need to eat. If I eat too much, the Kapha will increase much, Pitta will reduce, Vata will increase. So now bloating will start and the gas I feel very heavy, uncomfortable, and all that. If I eat too much. If I don't eat much, the vata will increase, the pitta will increase, the kapha will go down. So when I am eating food, I need to consider everything as vata, pitta, kapha. Now the idli I am eating, the idli is vata. For that, the chutney gives little bit of kapha and some portion of pitta. Now I add ghee to that, which will increase kapha. So now I am balancing the vata through kapha for the pitta to work. So the digestion requires pitta. So now I have balanced vata, pitta, kapha. Instead of ghee, I can use sambar. If I have sambar, it will give kapha. It will reduce vata and pitta. So it again balances. So the objective is to balance. So that is Yonisa Manasikara. Now what am I doing is balancing vata, pitta, kapha, vata, pitta, kapha. So every time I need to remember that I am balancing vata, pitta, kapha, not food. Nothing to do with food. Only vata, pitta, kapha. Because one of the Adinava danger, Adinava Sanya, as indicated in Girimananda Sutta, is vata dosa, pitta dosa, kapha dosa, and vyadhi due to vata, pitta, kapha. So if I don't want to suffer and continue my brahmacharya, then I need to take care of the vata, pitta, kapha. So it doesn't matter what it is called as. It doesn't matter it is called as idli or vada or upma or dosa or this or that, a South Indian or a West Indian or a North Indian or this diet or that diet, keto diet, called by whatever name, that doesn't matter. Ultimately, are you able to contain the vata, pitta, kapha? That is all. So yavadeva imassa kayasa titiya yapanaya vihimsu paritaya. The himsa is because of vata, pitta, kapha. So I have made a determination, pratignya, which is sankappa or sankalpa. At vihimsa sankappo, avihimsa sankappo, not vihimsa sankappo, avihimsa sankappo. So that's the determination what I made. After samaditi, samma sankappo. So it is panya. Now I have got panya. What panya? The panya is that I am only satisfying vata, pitta, kapha. That's all. Vata, pitta, kapha is increased, so or reduced or whatever, I have to refuel it. The fueling station. The fueling, I am fueling it. Ahara samudayo, rupa samudayo. Rupa is disintegrating. So I need to take a fresh ahara to fill it up. Okay. Vihimsu paritaya brahmacharyānughāya iti. Iti means can be called as and, this or so. Puranan, old one. Puranancha Vedanam. That is, this emptiness, vata, pitta, kapha, has burnt out the food. Now there is no food left. If I don't take it, then the Vedana is going to increase. The feeling of hunger is going to increase. Vedanam Pati hankami. Hanka is to destroy, remove. So iti puranan cha vedanam pati hankami. If I do that, what happens? Navancha vedanam na upadesami. Navancha, new one. Nava is new. Navancha vedanam. The vedana, the feeling. Na upadesami. Upada, arise. Upadesami is to ensure that no new feeling is created. Why? Yatra, travel, cha, me bhavisati. When I am traveling, bhavisati, in future, when I am going around. Anavajjata. Anavajja is blame, not getting blamed by anyone. When I am going, when I am asking every now and then, give me, they will say that what kind of a person are you? So I will collect the pindapata and I will eat in the yatra. Yatra cha me bhavisati, that is, bhavisati is when I am going. Anavajjata cha phasu viharo cha iti. Phasu, connected with. Vihara, to stay. So I am taking it for my moving and also staying, which is connected with is a phassa. Phasu is the phassa. When there is a contact with some room, some place to stay. Viharo cha iti. This is the reason why I am eating. Why? I need for travel. Fuel is required for travel. Fuel is required for sitting, standing, whatever I want to do in the room. Now I come to my room, this room. So I have eaten, partaken food, and I have come here. So again, if we study it, patisankha yoniso pindapatam patisevami na davaya na madaya na mandanaya na vibhushanaya yavad eva imassa kayassa tithiya yapanaya vihimsu paritaya brahmacharya anughaya iti puranancha vedanam patihankami navancha vedanam na upadesami yatra cha bhavisati anavajja cha phasu viharo iti. This I need to memorize and practice. So when the food is given to me, the first thing I need to prostrate and say, patisankha yoniso pindapatam patisevami neva davaya na madaya na mandanaya na vibhushanaya yavadeva imassa kayasa brahmacharyanughaya vihimsu paritaya atitiya yapanaya vihimsu paritaya brahmacharya anughaya iti puranancha vedanam patihankami navancha vedanam nam upadesami yatra cha me bhavisati anavajjata cha phasu viharo cha iti. Now I want to make it very slow so that I remember, I can sing it like this also. Patisankha yoniso pindapatam patisevami nevadavaya namadaya namandanaya na vibhushanaya yavadeva imassa kayassa tithiya yapanaya vihimsu paritaya brahmacharyanughaya iti puranancha vedanam patihankami navancha vedanam na upadesami yatra cha me bhavisati anavajjata cha phasu viharo cha iti. I can recite it like this. If I recite this for 7 times, it will come into the memory. This is the secret of memorizing. So first you have to make it like this and you should memorize. How do you memorize? Patisankha yoniso pindapatam patisevami Nevadavaya namadaya namandanaya na vibhushanaya Yavadeva imassa kayassa ithiyayapanaya vihimsu paritaya brahmacharyanughaya iti puranancha vedanam patihankami navancha vedanam na upadesami yatra cha me bhavisati anavajjata cha phasu viharo cha iti. Now again I can do it. Till it comes into my memory, this is how you develop sati. So now this becomes your samatha. Pati sankha yoniso pindapatam pati sevami nevadavaya namadaya namandanaya na vibhushanaya yavadeva imassa kayassa tithiyayapanaya vihimsu paritaya brahmacharyanughaya iti puranancha vedanam patihankami navancha vedanam na upadesami yatra cha me bhavisati anavajjata cha phasu viharo cha iti. This is the third time. Now when you do the fourth time, you will remember it. You don't require script. Automatically it will come. Pati sankha yoniso pindapatam pati sevami nevadavaya namadaya namandanaya na vibhushanaya yavadeva imassa kayassa tithiyayapanaya vihimsu paritaya brahmacharyanughaya iti puranancha vedanam patihankami navancha vedanam na upadesami yatra cha me bhavisati anavajjata cha phasu viharo iti. Okay, this is the fourth time. If I do 7 times totally and recite mentally 7 times, this is japa. Now if I do the same thing in the mind, becomes ajapa. So you do a, what we can say, tapa. So Buddha uses the word tap. In Vedanta also there is tapa. Tapa means you burn, you heat up. So before the food is given, the next meal is given, I need to remember to reflect upon why I am eating. So first I need to have samatha. Okay. Then I can do vipassana. For samatha practice, I need to do this. Here, yes, go ahead.
This can be done in each and every activity you perform.
Yes. So now what we are doing, by remembering, it becomes samatha. The distraction is not there. Now the idli doesn't come. The dosa doesn't come. Vada doesn't come. Poha doesn't come. North Indian meals doesn't come. The South Indian meals doesn't come. Or Indian meals doesn't come. Continental doesn't come. Mediterranean diet doesn't come. Keto diet doesn't come. Doesn't matter.
You are you are eating just in order to quench your hunger.
Correct. So then you have come out of the madness.
Then what will happen? You will not eat less than the required to maintain the body. You will not overeat to torture your body.
Yes. So now what I need to do is, next meal in the afternoon, when my hunger starts, immediately I have to reflect. Pati sankha yoniso pindapatam pati sevami. Na davaya na madaya na mandanaya na vibhushanaya. Yavadeva imasakaya satithiyaya ihim suparitaya brahmacharyanughaya iti purananja vedanam patihankhami navancha vedanam na upadesami yatra cha me bhavisati anavajjata cha patu viharo cha iti. This I need to recite.
Recite, reflect, and apply.
So now first recitation. So when you recite, the mind got distracted into something, is now come back. The samatha is happening. Now you don't have anything called idli, vada, dosa, sambar, this, that, or things.
Acha, all you mean recitation will restore your mind?
Yes, absolutely. In fact, there is Sangiti Sutta, there is Dasuttara Sutta, there are so many suttas where Buddha and Sariputta says that please recite. Please recite. Yes, it is right, you shouldn't recite something else, but there is nothing like you shouldn't recite at all. See, in eating food, I can sing songs. That's also recitation. Even if I am not singing songs through my throat or through my voice, in the mind the song is running. Or something I have discussed with my wife or debated with my wife and that is coming. Or something related to work is coming. These are all recitation only.
Yeah.
So are you really eating food, or are you, the thoughts are going somewhere, right? So that is food. That is mano sanchetana ahara. Mind is going somewhere. Now to bring the mind back, I require to have samatha. For samatha, I recited 5 times. Now I am going to recite a 6th time. And when I do 7 times, the habit pattern is changed.
Acha, you mention, frequently you mention today 7 times. Is it a rule or general rule? Can
7
one
times, 7 is something which is said in all scriptures. Like you have 7 days of the week, 7 colors, like that you have 7. What is the thing about 7? 7 is a number which has not only divinity, but it will make you establish in something. Now we might ask how. You look at the lunar calendar. 14 days Amavasya. 14 days you have the Purnima. 28 days. Tides. 14 days and 14 days. If you divide it, it becomes 7. And the menstrual cycle of a woman is 28 days. So again it runs through the moon cycle. So even in the Satipatthana Sutta, Buddha uses 7 days, 7 months, 7 years, like that. You see in the Mahasatipatthana Sutta, everything is with relation to 7. So 7 is a number which is ideal for every kind of living, whether spiritual living or materialistic living, it doesn't matter. It's ideal for Saptaswara. There are 7 sounds. Okay. So everything is with relation to 7. And 7 is a very auspicious number as such. So we have to reflect upon this 7 times to remember. If you do for 7 times, if you can't get it, do it for 14 times. If 14 times doesn't happen, do it for 21 times. If that 21 times doesn't work, do it for 28 times. If you do for 28 times, it will work.
In multiple of 7, you have to attempt.
Yes. And that is what Buddha also says in Samathā Sutta. He talks about all 7s. And there are many suttas where there are 7 things. He says 7, this is 7, this is 7, like that. If you read DN 34 and 33, Sangiti Sutta and Rasuttara Sutta, you will enjoy that. Sangiti is singing, actually. Sangita, music. That's the reason Gatha. Gatha is to recite. Gathaya Ajjabhasi. Gatha is for singing. If you sing, you will remember. It's not a prose. Prose, you don't
It's a
have to-
poem.
It's a poem. You have to recite. This one is for recitation. You recite to remember. So I need to say Pati Sankha Yoniso Pindapatam Pati Sevami Nevadavaya Namadaya Namandanaya Navibhushanaya Yavadeva Imassa Kayasa Tithiya Yapanaya Vihimsu Paritaya Brahmacharya Anughaya Iti Purananja Vedanam Patihankami Navancha Vedanam Na Upadesami Yatra Cha Me Bhavisati Anavajjata Cha Patu Viharo Iti Cha Iti. So now I remember. Without the script, I should be able to do that. And when the food is given, sati automatically comes, because you are doing ajapa, japa, japa, ajapa, like that. You are doing it so that the food is given. There is no need for you to exercise. The yoniso automatically comes. Objective is to move from ayoniso to yoniso. So for yoniso, the first thing I need to bring in samatha.
In order to make it yoniso, you have to internalize the thing.
Correct. For internalizing, you need to have samatha. For samatha, you need to have some amount of recitation. Otherwise, the samatha will not happen. Why?
Yeah.
The jhana has savitakka, savichara, piti, sukha, ekagata, 5 steps. So now this is jhana. What we are doing is jhana. So we are coming into the first jhana, which is savitakka, savichara. So what will happen? The mind will let go of other thoughts and it will get involved with this thought. So then you get piti, joy, because you are just taken care for the body, nothing that you need to do. Correct. So the joy will come, piti. Sukha, you feel, I did not get into kama, chanda and vyapada on the food. Sukha. So you cut to nivarna, kama, chanda, vyapada. Dhinamida is also gone. Udacha, kukkucha is also gone. Visikicha is also gone. All the 5 hindrances are removed. Now your samadhi will become perfect. For Vipassana, you require samadhi. You are in samadhi. You are establishing samadhi through samatha practice. Now I can see what is food.
When I will quote today's experience in meditation,
Yes.
as Buddha talks about the 2 arrows, one is a physical arrow and second is a mental arrow. When you are able to detach mind from the body, even you can get rid of the bodily pains. That's what I experienced it today during the meditation.
Correct.
So I sat for 45 minutes and even I did not notice, because sometimes, you want to get up, but that didn't happen. I was enjoying. Oh, even the body became, what you explained just now about the piti, sukh, that I was experiencing. And when I moved, means after finishing this, there was a severe pain in my leg that I could notice tingling, means it was very heavy. But during the meditation, it did not affect me.
Good.
So is it only due to the cutting, means
From the mind, yes.
switching of the mind?
Correct. You did not put the other arrow.
Yeah.
So this is what we need to do. So now what we did is Samatha. This one is Samatha. We have not done the Vipassana as yet. And we have not done Anupassana also. So what we will do, we'll do Anupassana and Vipassana tomorrow. So today, we'll only practice Samatha. The breakfast, Samatha. Lunch, Samatha. Dinner, Samatha. Let us make that as our habit. To be in Samatha today. Whole day in Samatha. No matter what you eat, you should be able to recite Pati Sankha Yoniso Pindapatam Pati Sevami Devadavaya Namadaya Namandanaya Navibhushanaya, like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can we
Yes.
can we be mindful of only means pindapat or any activity you are doing?
No, first we have to keep only one. If we take many things, there are four. You can keep all the track of all the four. That is good for entire day. But without doing the Samatha, Vipassana, Anupassana of the Pindapata and learning how to do it, it's no point in doing about Chivara. When I'm wearing the cloth, I need to remember. So I need to learn to remember that. And then I'm doing sitting in the room, I need to know. Then I'm taking medicines, I need to know.
Acha. Means it is about four things.
Yes.
Shiva, medicine, food, and dhatu.
And
No,
shelter.
shelter. Yeah.
So
भिक्षुओं की चार मूलभूत
correct.
मतलब जरूरतें.
Yes. Correct. So first we have to do the Pindapata. Then we come to Senasanam. Then Chivara. Then Gilana. So first we need to know how to practice this. Otherwise, what is the point?
Yeah.
Knowing it, theory knowing it is not going to help. Now, what we have to do is, for today, we both have to remember and be in sati when the food is being served. Meaning, food in the sense, even the water. Every time I go to the kitchen to fetch water or I am taking from my bottle, I need to know that, oh, I am drinking for
Quenching the thirst.
quenching the thirst. Why? Because there is a feeling of thirst. If I don't do that, exhaustion will take place. So it will cut my brahmacharya. I don't want my brahmacharya to break. I don't want the status to be changed. Yavadeva imasa kayasa titiya yapanaya vihimsu paritaya brahmacharya anughaya Why? Because the old feeling, iti puranancha vedanam pati hankami. I want to destroy, remove past feeling. If I don't do it, I can't sit, I can't stand, I can't sleep, I can't walk. The 4 postures cannot be done. With that in my mind, I am drinking water. So every time I go and drink water, I need to remember. Now I have to make note. How many times I remembered? Then the Samathā is not there. You see, this is Samathā. And then the Sati will get developed. So the objective of Sati Patthana is to first see so Satova Asasati, Satova Passasati. Same thing there. We're taking breath there. Here we are taking arms fold. That's all. Now I have taken. Yeah, go ahead.
Object may differ, but you should be in Samath.
Yes, we should be in Samathā. First thing Samathā. Then Vipassana. Then Anupassana. I can cover Vipassana, Anupassana today itself, and then we are done. Then tomorrow we have to take something else. Then tomorrow we have to take Senasana. Then day after tomorrow we will take the Chivara. Then day after tomorrow we will take Gilana, and done. But you and I have not experienced that. We know it.
No. It will be just like an academic teaching in classroom.
Yes, it doesn't make any sense. So let's stop here today, and you remember, even I will remember, you also remember how many times we have forgotten this Pindapata. That is a reflection. I am reflecting every time I am drinking water, every time I am eating, do I remember?
Yes. Okay, sir. I will practice on this.
Yes. Tomorrow we will meet and we will discuss, and then we will take Vipassana. How to do Vipassana? In case we remember this correctly and we have done it correctly, we will go to Vipassana. Otherwise, we will still stay in Samathā till it becomes our second nature to remember, and I remembered.
So, Satova Asasati, Satova Passasati.
Correct.
Until one internalize this, there is no point in moving on.
Correct. So, Pindapata, I need to know. So, 3 times food, 2 times food, 2 times water, fine, no problem. But do I remember? Do I still remember it as idli or vada or dosa or this or North Indian, South Indian, West Indian, continental, like that? No. That becomes Madaya, that becomes Davaya, Madaya, Mandanaya, Vibhushanaya. Means my Samathā is gone.
Very object of eating is missing here.
Yes. So for final one, seventh time we will recite it. So Pati Sankha Yoniso Pindapatam Pati Sevami Deva Davaya Namadaya Namandanaya Vibhushanaya Yavad Eva Imassa Kayasya Tithiya Yapanaya Vihim Suparitaya Brahmacharya Anughaya Iti Puranancha Vedanam Pati Hankami Navancha Vedanam Na Upadesami Yatra Cha Me Bhavisati Anavajjata Cha Asu Viharo Cha Iti. Now I have done 7 times. Now I close my eyes. I don't remember. What should I do? Again recite 7 times. Again, I close my eyes. I don't remember. Again 7 times. Again 7 times. Again 7 times. So the whole day I spend in recitation. Japa, ajapa. Ajapa is mental, japa is verbal. Till I get it. Till the sati gets established. I need to do it. Then only I can reflect on the food. Otherwise, what happens? It's just one listening and over, and then I go to kitchen and I forget all about it. No use. Absolutely no use. And that's the reason we don't have Sati.
I think some important things have been memorized and internalized
Correct.
so that you can use them as a user's manual.
Correct. So
Why we fail? Why the novice or the neophyte fail to apply this? This could be the major reason, I think, because they cannot recall. They cannot recall what they have practiced.
right. Recitation is an important aspect so that you can recall. If I can't recall, now where's the point in applying it?
Otherwise, you have to apply it with understanding. That will also be internalized then.
For understanding, see, Suttamaya Jnana is required. Chintamaya Jnana is required. Bhavanayamaya Jnana or Panya is required. Now, Sutta, without Sutta, you can't internalize, you can't think. It is Chinta. When the food is given to me, I'm more interested in eating the food. When will I do this? When will I do it? But the moment food is seen, the habit of eating will come, not the habit of reflection. So I'm changing my habit. I have to change my habit. For changing the habit, I need to recite. First, I need to do sutta. Otherwise, it will not work. How will I remember? See, after I cut this call, I am on my own, you are on your own. How do I remember? Is anybody seeing me, whether I am remembering or not? Am I in any monastery where a guru is there and he is, or Bhante is there, he is ensuring that I recite, I do, and I forget, and again he does, he tells me, Vilas, you have forgotten, please do this. Then the plate is given or the bowl is given. Now he says, Vilas, are you reflecting on the food? Oh, I forgot. Do you remember what he said? I say, no. Can you recite? Can you say again? Why? Because it is not caught up in the mind.
In hustle and bustle of the daily activities, we tend to forget it.
Yes. We tend to forget it not because of hustle and bustle, because that habit pattern has to be changed. See, you are making a new habit. See, when the child is born, the parents keep on saying something to the child. My dear child, look at this. What is this? What is this? You see, there is a recitation. What is this? What is this? What is this? Many times the parent keep on asking, what is this? What is this? And the child says, whatever. Then he says, no, 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 that is not what it is. Listen, see this. What is this? Isn't that a recitation? It is. You are reciting to the child. If you are a Maharashtrian, when the child is born, what will you say to the child? You will say, Ai, Ai, Ai. And after some time, E, Ai, Ai. I. So you're showing like this, I. So it is remembering. Correct. Then Baba. Like that. In Karnataka, Appa, father, Amma, mother. How? Does the child know? Reciting. Appa, Appa, Amma, Amma. That sound is going into the ear. And A, E, U, all these we are making them recite only. No, what are you doing? And forget that. If somebody says there is no recitation, why you should show an apple and say A for apple, A for apple, B for boy. Why? Ask him to just understand. Ask him to only do
in order to reinforce that letter and sound.
exactly. So now you have to do the same thing on the other side.
Yeah.
So if I just read it and I think I have understood it, it is just a Suttamaya Jnana. Because there is no Chintamaya Jnana. Why? Because the same thing I need to do. As a child, how I was brought about, Abba, Baba, Appa, whatever that language thing for a father, dad, mom, mother, like that. You are giving the child some food, mental food, mano sanchetana ahara, and asking him to recite. It will recite and recite and recite. And the exam is there for that. As a child. National anthem. Tell me one thing. National anthem. Will you think or will you recite?
Recite.
Recite. Now, why do you recite? We are 52, 53, 54 years age. Even today, if Jana Gana Mana is there, you will recite. Vande Mataram, why do you recite? It is a recitation only. If somebody says you shouldn't recite, he is gone mad. Because actually he is reciting everything. Language itself is recitation. What else is language? You are reciting. Or I am reciting. In English I am reciting. If we go to Hindi, we say what we want to say using Hindi words. So the Hindi words are recited in our mind, right? It is not coming automatically. It is from the recitation only it is coming. The words have been recited. Now you do Chinta. What should be used and what shouldn't be used. That is a Chintamaya. Bhavanamaya is you are experiencing that words. But if somebody says only Bhavana is required, forget about Sutta and Chinta, then he has gone mad. You require all the three.
Unless you integrate the three, synchronization of three activity is mandatory.
Yes. So if somebody says don't read the Sutta, don't understand the Sutta, just watch the breath. No, that wouldn't work. Because then you have constricted yourself into such a small portion. But Buddha Dhamma is this big. It's not. And there again you have to recite. What are you reciting? Panati pata veramani sikka padam samadhiyami. Aren't you reciting that? Isn't that a sutta? Yes. And then you are thinking on that. What is panati pata veramani? And then you are now doing bhavana. That means there you are doing sutta, chinta, bhavana. Why not that there for everything? Have to do for everything. Because that is how you've been taught from your childhood. That is how, whether it is worldly thing or non-worldly thing, it doesn't matter. Citation is going to be there. Some people cannot recite Panati Pata Veramani Sikka Padam Samadhiyami, so they have to recite. They have to learn to recite. Whether they find it comfortable or uncomfortable, they just like a language was given to them to say Abba, Baba, Appa, Dad, Father, like that. They recited or not. The child recited or not. It could not recite properly. Then the father said, Father. They say, my dear child, Father. Father. It's true, no? You are a teacher, so you know it very well. That is how it was taught. And that is how you are teaching your children who are coming to the school. So if somebody says that only Bhavanamaya is required and the Sutamaya and the Chintamaya is not required, then it is wrong. Because you are doing all the three, you can't live without the three. Yes, if somebody stays only in Sutamaya, doesn't spend time in Chintamaya and Bhavanamaya, it's of no use. It's just like reading and not understanding what is he reading. That is not okay. For Chintamaya, you require Sutamaya. For Bhavanamaya, you should require Chintamaya. So when you do Chinta on the Pindapata, then when the food comes, my sati is developed to see what is there in the food. Now I can reflect on the food. Pati sankha yoniso pindapatam pati sevami. If I don't recite it, how will I ever be able to reflect on the food? That why am I eating the food? I will be just reciting, then that is correct. If I only recite, not reflecting it, is wrong, because I am only doing Sutamaya. So I will.
Is there any practice of the bhikkhus, before eating, do they recite this?
Yes, there is. There's a book for that. It is for lay as well as for the bhikkhus. This what I have sent is for lay as well as bhikkhu. It's called as Pacchavekkhana. There's one sutta where Buddha talks about one who doesn't do Pacchavekkhana will not prosper, will not go up. So first I need to reflect. For reflection I need to know which is Sutamaya. Then I have to do the Chinta. Why am I doing it? Why am I eating? Why am I eating? Why am I wearing clothes? Why am I wearing clothes? Why am I staying in the room? Why am I taking medicine? Keep on asking why am I doing it? Why am I doing it? Why am I doing it? Then the mind will come into Samathā. When it comes into Samathā, don't stop there. We get into Vipassana. Then we do Anupassana. So then Anupassati, Samadhitti automatically happens. So now what we have done is, we have done Samadhitti. That brings in Samma Sankappo, that brings in Samma Vacha, Samma Kammanto, Samma Ajivo, Samma Vayamo, Samma Sati, Samma Samadhi, Samma Jnana, Samma Vimukti. 8 of them leading to 10. You know you have got Vimukti. So this what we are doing is for getting Samadhitti. So this one Samathā, Vipasssna, Anupassana is for getting Samadhitti. Wrong view is what? Idli. Right view is what? Pindapata. I am eating pinda. Nothing else. That's the reason he says, Pati sankha yoniso. Being aware, yoniso. Pindapata. So in English they write it as alms food, but actually it's much deeper than that. Pindapata. Pinda. It's just a pinda. Nothing else. Just a pinda. Pati sevami. I am taking the service of that. I am taking the service. into this body. For what reason? Na davaya. Not for showing off. This is a diseasable body. Davaya. Na madaya. Not intoxicated. Na mandanaya. Not for adornment. Na vibhushanaya. It's Vibhushana, Padma Vibhushan. That kind. Bhushana. Yavadeva imassa kayasa tithiya yapanaya. Vihimsu paritaya brahmacharya anughaya. Iti puranancha vedanam pati hankami. Navancha vedanam na upadesami. Yatra cha me bhavisati. Anavajjata cha patu viharato. Now I remember. Now when I go out of this room into the kitchen, a japa has to start. Pati sankha yoniso pindapatam pati sevami. Nadavaya namadaya namandanaya navibhushanaya. Yavadeva imassa kayasa tithiya yapanaya. Vihimsu paritaya brahmacharyanughaya. Iti puranancha vedanam pati hankami. Navancha vedanam na upadesami. Yatra cha me bhavisati anavajjata cha pasu viharo cha iti. Ajapa is in the mind. Japa is in the mouth. So, just like the recitation, we do A for apple, B for boy, C for cat, D for dog. Now also we remember. How did we remember? Because in the childhood, how many times you have said that? So, whenever you see the ball, what do you say? It's a ball. How? It's coming from the memory, sati. You remember that this is ball. When you see a girl, you say girl. How? Childhood is what? Girl. Figure shown and you say girl. Isn't that reflection? Yes, it is reflection. It is Pacchavekkhana, reflection. What are you reflecting? On a worldly object. But it is ayoniso. Why? Because there is dukkha there. You are coming out of dukkha. So you have to change, or I have to change my habit pattern. I have to do the same thing as I was doing in the childhood. Same thing, no different. Then it changes. Then my chitta, in the chitta, this will come. Not that, not idli will come. This will come. So there is a relief. Because that is only nama rupa. There is no real. This is real. This is yatha bhuta. Pindapata is yatha bhuta. Shall we end for today?
Yeah. Okay, sir. Okay. Thank you.
So
Thank
we
you
will
very
do
much.
this, we'll practice this, and tomorrow we will see how it went.
Yeah.
Okay. Good day.
Okay. Good day, sir. Good day.
Namo Buddhaya.